Well, and good morning, everybody. It's Beate. I'm just gonna type up here day number 4, and then we are gonna get started with everything. So make sure we are going live right now. Here we are. And how are you doing? So please share with how is this all working for you in the meantime? Because I know that some of these questions have been very challenging. You know what? Let me put my microphone in here. So I think that sound will be a little bit better as well. Here we go. You know, it's in the morning here. So here we go. And that should make it all sound a lot better. So, I am excited because I think that what I'm sort of recognizing in your responses and the way you are doing, you're working through the material, that you are really recognizing or seeing some of these, challenges that I've posed to you on what that actually does for your business or what the consequences are for your business. So we talked about what you want on the first day. We talked about what you've identified, what's in your way. Now we talked about, what did we talk about yesterday? Geez, Louise, I mean, that's just my brain here. We talked about what you have tried and what is not working. And today we are going to be talking about what it is going to cost you. So the question today is, what are the hard costs and the opportunity costs for you? And what I mean by that is that as business owners, and so this whole idea of this challenge is to get you out of this oftentimes solopreneur or the small thinking that a lot of us have because we're so caught in the day-to-day, that I want you now to really think like a business owner and then devise a strategy for your business that is exactly aligned with, your beliefs, your skill set, your wants, your needs, and then execute that strategy consistently, because that is the fastest way to grow, build, and scale a business. So hard costs and opportunity costs. So for example, if I know now that something is not working, which we've identified yesterday, then what do you believe is the cost to your business in hard cost and in lost opportunity cost? So for example, if I know that I am needing to hire an executive assistant and somebody who needs to help me, get stuff done more often, or a project manager, but I don't hire this person because I can't afford to hire him or her, or I don't want to make the leap of making this investment because I don't have a strategy. I don't really believe the business. I have never calculated what the benefit is going to be for me. So if I say my hour's worth is anywhere between $250 and $500 an hour, and I am not hiring this person, then I am spending time on tasks that I shouldn't be doing, that this executive assistant could do. So let's say I pay somebody $25 to do this on an hourly basis to help me with some of the stuff. Maybe this person is $1,000 a month, but how many hours do I need to work to offset that? So if I get my top rate at $500 an hour, then then it's only going to take me 2 hours of my time. Do I believe that if somebody works for me 25 hours a month, that they will be able to free up 2 hours of my time to make myself, to make this money back? So that's how you need to think. So that's what today's challenge is for your business, is to think about, what is it costing you if you don't step into action? So we talked about what's in your way. We talked about the finances. We talked about your skill set. So for example, and this is sort of coming through pretty clearly in this challenge now, is that you are lacking, not just you, but really business owners in general. So it's not, this is like not personal, but business owner in general are lacking an overall strategy. And with that strategy, right, those things that you've invested in, as I said to you yesterday, come into play, and then you plug them in where they're needed. If you don't have the structure, if you don't have the strategy, then all these things that you've purchased, or if, you know, even the better equipment you've purchased, the faster computer is not going to help you anything, because yeah, it's not connecting, you know. It's like, and then you know, pulling your hairs out, and then you're getting yourself in sort of the spiral of despair and frustration, and then it's much harder to get out of that. So it's better to take this step back and say, okay, I now know what I need to be doing. What's it going to cost me? And not just is it that, you know, when I don't hire this executive assistant or the project manager, that I'm losing my time, but I'm losing opportunity costs, because these 20 hours that I am spending on stuff that I probably should not be spending on, it's too funny because this dove just landed like literally like right there and is staring in the window here. It's the, you know, the funniest thing. I wish you guys could see that. It's hilarious. Just like looking right at me. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, right? But back to this. So the opportunity costs would be that those 20 hours that you are not investing in your business, but, you know, with sort of the lower tree tasks, how many jobs is that costing you? Could you be in 20 hours of hard, you know, lead generation time, would you be able to get a job that will pay those $1,000 that you just, you know, allocated for the assistant? And if you, you know, and if you don't think that that's possible, then there's something wrong with the business and with the way you approach the business, or with your confidence. And then that needs to, you know, be brought back to what stands in your way. And you need to add that you don't really have a belief in yourself. So you see how this is really, you know, it is really designed to build up on each other. So we identify very, very clearly to some of the things that are standing in your way, so we can address them and then resolve them, so we can get you to take off and move along. So hard costs are costs that you are, you know, that's actually money that you're spending or that you could be making. That's opportunity costs. So the inaction of fixing something. So let's say I've now identified, and some of you have said that you don't have a strategy. So not having a strategy, what is that costing you in hard cost and opportunity costs? In hard costs, it's going to cost you not being able to focus on bringing in the work. And then when you don't fill the funnel, there is a real cost to it. The opportunity cost plays right into it, because then you're losing out on opportunities that you could have taken advantage of otherwise. And this is the tight portion of business growth, and I am not exempt myself. You know, I have the same kind of things every time, you know, you take that leap and you push to that next level. And then when you take that leap, then you see a dip, because resources are going toward building something new and not expanding something existent. But then when it kicks in, you know, then the growth rate is exponentially. So I hope this kind of makes sense to you today. And this is going to probably take a little bit of time, and it will require you to sit down and do some calculations, and you know, literally take out the calculator and put it down in the profit share accountability guide. So if you have not downloaded this accountability guide, then I encourage you to get that at growtharchitecture.biz. Download it. It's a straightforward pickup page. You put in your email. I need to know where I'm sending it to. And that way you have a record of it. It's really interesting because we're still adding new people to the challenge, even though we're already on day 4 today. So the word is spreading a little bit, which is great. So you still can participate in the challenge, but you want the accountability guide. The videos are still all up here. Once the challenge is complete, the group closes. So I'm going to take this down, because I'm going to start an online program, a virtual training that I will tell you more about on Monday. So for those of you who are identifying that there is a need for you to take it further, I do really want you to think about that, what that would, mean if you were to make an investment into something that can help you to resolve this now, especially as we're looking at the opportunity cost and the hard cost of what's costing you to not do that, and put that in relationship. So yes, of course, I'm a trainer, and I consult and I train and I coach for the whole reason. So I'm obviously doing this for a purpose. So expect that that's coming, and embrace it, listen to it, have an open mind, and that I will do on Monday. But what's happening now is we're continuing to building, sort of the fact finding and the challenge evaluation of your business. And then on Saturday, tomorrow, after 4:00, once we've done tomorrow's mentoring, you go and you take a day off on Sunday, and I will go and do a training that will be specifically on the stuff that you have told me, which is why it is so imperative that if you're part of this group, that you please do share your challenges in the graphic that I post with a question, because that's where I go to, and just, write down what you're kind of coming up with. Again, this is all bound by confidentiality agreement. We do not share the information. We do not talk to anybody about this without anyone else's permission, and then it's going to get shut down. So it will not be distributed anyway, except of course for me, for my training. Then on Monday, that will be probably, I want to say, about an hour and 15 minutes, because that's what it's going to take for me to plug it all in and then share with you what I believe can be done for you to move through some of these challenges. Okay, so back again to today. So the objective for today is to figure out what your hard costs and your opportunity costs are. And I promise you, this is going to be the most sobering thing yet. And the reason I'm making this point is because I love torture. No, I don't love torture, but I am training you to think like a business owner. And as a business owner, the hardest part is to have an objectivity toward the facts, not what you like it to be, not our emotions, but what are the facts. And when you see the numbers and you say, crap, by not doing something about the skill set that I'm missing, the money management skills, my website, my copy, my social media marketing plan, my content distribution plan, all of this is really costing me money. Because then what we'll learn in Monday is, based on this, where do your priorities really need to be? And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to take your elbow and you're going to swipe your whole desk clean of all the clutter that you have on there. And then you're going to start laser focused on the stuff that needs your first and most attention. And you fix that. And then with that, now you can, plug in the things that need to be done. But the main objective is to come up with the objective, the big thing that will drive your business forward. So that's what we're doing here. And you're doing a great job. You don't even know all of this quite yet, because we have not put it together yet, but you will find out on Monday. And that's it for me today. I see you again at 4:00. And again, I implore you today, I really, really, really do, to sit down with a calculator, run the numbers. And whatever those numbers are, that's just what they are. Don't judge them. This is just part of this challenge. And it's a challenge, it's supposed to be challenging. Okay. Thank you for listening and participating and playing along. And I'll see you again at 4:00. Goodbye.